How to sell digital products in 4 easy steps. And this is advice from someone who's made over $1 million in sales online selling digital products at 19 years old. Now, there's 4 main steps we're going to talk about, which is finding a niche and creating your offer, finding the actual digital product, right? Getting the rights to the digital product, creating the website on WAP, and then actually making the content and generating sales. So to start, to find a niche, what I like to do is go to ChatGPT and actually ask it, and maybe you have a certain passion you want to sell around, but if you're just concerned about making a lot of money and what's going to sell the best, then you want to just come to ChatGPT and you can ask it, give me a list of the top 10 digital item niches in 2025, and it'll give us an answer, so we'll know pretty much what is selling based on the stats. And as we can see, we have a whole list here. So the very first thing you want to do is choose a niche. Okay, so go through this. Maybe one of them sticks out to you. Maybe you feel like, okay, this is my passion. So firstly, you want to pick a niche. So let's just say health and biohacking for today's example. Now, pay very close attention to the next steps because people pay me a lot of money to teach this, but now it's making a good offer, okay? Now you know your niche. Let's make a good offer, okay? So I like to break down my offer into 3 steps, okay? The first thing that we provide is a plug-and-play resource. What is this? Well, this could be a cheat sheet. It could be, it depends on what you're selling, like a cheat sheet, a diet plan, some type of plug-and-play resource they can use. Maybe if you have like a make money course, you give them like something to sell, some type of plug-and-play resource. Number 2 is a step-by-step guide and walkthrough, okay? You need to give a step-by-step guide and walkthrough. And number 3 is community support or an interactive feature. This could be making a group chat with all the people who pay and all the students, or having weekly group calls. As you grow, even hiring different coaches to be in the community, or even as people grow and get results, you can make admins. But having some type of community support interactive feature, it could be as simple as a group chat or a Discord server, or maybe even just a support line. You can even have an AI do the support, but some type of interactive, feature. Now, an example, if I was selling a biohacking digital item, for those who don't know what biohacking is, it's pretty much a way of natural health, like healing through the foods you eat and workouts and different health potions and that type of stuff. So if I was making an offer to sell, right, I'm digital drop shipping an offer, and I'm going to follow the blueprint I just talked about, which is give a plug and play resource. So number 1 is I'm going to give you a biohacking cheat sheet. So things you can do immediately to hack and get better health, to get a better sleep, to get a better workout, whatever it might be, a biohacking cheat sheet that you can immediately use. Number 2 is step-by-step biohacking 8-week transformation guide. How you're going to transform your sleep, how you're going to transform your health, your gut, your heart health with biohacking techniques, right? So we're following the second framework of step-by-step guides and walkthroughs. So that would be a step-by-step biohacking transformational guide. And then following the third part of our offer is some type of community support or interactive feature. So a biohacking brotherhood community where all the other students are in a group chat and you all talk and are able to share your progress and even have some expert admin in there to help you guys out. So this way we create an offer that's actually irresistible, because people think about digital items. They think about, I'm going to sell a $10 ebook. But if we can create an offer like this, where you're going to get a biohacking cheat sheet, a step-by-step 8-week biohacking transformational guide to change your health, your sleep, your body, right? And then biohacking brotherhood community of people who are also biohacking on their journey. You have this package and this offer that gives more value to the customer, and you could charge a lot more money for. Now that we have clarity on what we're actually going to sell, we now have to find the rights to these things, or we can make them, which I'm going to show you guys. So number 1, go to plr.me. You can type it in, see if you can find your product. You can also come to Etsy. So, you could type in, let's say, biohacking course. And as we can see, there's some stuff here, but Etsy is a great place to go. PLR.me, great place to go. And you can try to find the product you want to sell and then get the rights to them, and then we can start selling them. Now, if you cannot find your item on these websites, that's actually totally fine, because we can actually make our item with ChatGPT and we can turn it into videos. So my first part of my offer is the biohacking cheat sheet, right? So if I say I am selling a biohacking cheat sheet that goes over, let's say, immediate things they can start doing to upgrade their life with biohacking, give me an entire cheat sheet that's in depth, long, and I can use as my plug and play resource. And it'll be able to create it. So we'll give it a second there to do that. And so it came up with this, right? This like cheat sheet. And the cool thing about ChatGPT is you can customize it any way you want. So let's just say I say, make it 50 long. I want all the cheats they can implement today with biohacking, and keep it simple and something they can look at throughout the day. So you can literally customize, and ChatGPT can do anything. And then what we're going to do is, because it's a plug and play resource, we're going to design it so we can use Canva to do that. And like I said, we can actually turn in this stuff into course videos on AI, which I'll show you guys in a second here. So as we can see, it gave me 50. And again, Chad, it can do anything you want. So you can really customize that however you want. And then obviously we don't want to just download it and sell it like this, because that's pretty boring. What you want to do is go to Canva, type in cheat sheet, find a nice one, and you want to put it in there. So, or, another thing you could do, if you're not the kind of person who wants to spend time like making the cheat sheet, go to Fiverr, okay? If you go to Fiverr, like we can do that right here, they can do that for you for like $10. So Fiverr is a freelance website. If you just type in graphic designer and you find someone for pretty cheap, like $10, who has 5-star reviews, like this guy right here, I mean, you can literally just text him, say, hey man, this is, like send him the link to this, say, hey, this is my cheat sheet. I just want you to design it, make it really nice. And they'll do it for $10. And you can look at some of his previous work. So he does a lot of this logo stuff. I'm sure they could design a cheat sheet. But yeah, just go to designer on Fiverr, graphic designer, and that's pretty simple. If you don't want to go on Canva and do it yourself. And then let's say for the second part of my offer, let's just say, write me a script for a course video on biohacking and sleep tips. I am gonna turn this script into a course video, make it 5 to 10 minutes long, on how to sleep better with biohacking. So let's see what it says. And as we can see, ChatGPT, just beautifully done, writes the entire course video script, and then you would do that for all the ones that you want. And it's just beautiful. I mean, it's great. And again, if I wanted to customize it or want them to do more of something else, just tell it and it'll do it. But great stuff. Now, how we're going to turn this script into a video? Well, we can use different AI sites, right? There's Synthesia, and it's not very expensive, okay? And what it does is you literally put the script in, and it'll make an AI video. Like, it'll put this AI fake person, and it'll do your whole video for you. You just put the text in, and it turns it into an AI talking video of your script. You can also use Pictoria, same thing. You drop in a script. I think there's an example here. You drop the script in, and it literally turns it into a full video. Same thing with Vizsla.us, okay? These are all AI sites. You just take your script, put it in there, and it'll make a video. It'll do the AI voice, and now you have course videos, okay? So if you cannot find your item, you can't buy the rights, just do it this way, ChatGPT, right? You could turn things into documents with Canva. You could turn scripts into course videos with different AI sites. So very simple. And once that's all done, now it's about actually going ahead and creating a website. You can use whop.com, totally free. I'll just briefly go through this because I want to keep this short. But pretty much, you could do a nice photo, go in Canva, just type in, ebook or course, cover, put your name in here. You can use ChatGPT. So it's very simple stuff. You just put your pricing in here. And it's very simple. Just fill in the blanks, right? So you put in like the benefits and frequently asked questions. You could put in, the top 5 most asked questions. So it's very simple. I don't want to go through it all now. I'll probably make a separate video how to like design the WAP, but very simple. It's free and you could just design it up pretty simply. And once that's done, now it's time to actually promote, which is the marketing, which can be done completely faceless. By the way, you don't have to show your face at all. And how to make content that converts. There's 3 main styles to focus on, right? Number 1 is attention posts. These are posts that are just meant to get viral, get attention, bring people to your page. For example, quote videos, so just like quotes are good for attention. Number 2 is a lead flow post, so posts that generate a lot of leads, get a lot of traffic to your offer, people DMing you, commenting, clicking your link. So educational videos do good for that, and CTA videos, which we'll go over in a second. And then number 3 is trust posts. Now, these are meant to build that raw realness and trust with your audience, so it can be showing like behind the scenes of your product, what's inside. It could be educational videos, but let's jump into some examples. So just to take a look here, right? This is a faceless page from our team. And if we take a look and we look at a post like this, for example, this is what we would call an educational post. Why? Well, let's take a look. 3 AI sites that will help you make $500 per day. Durable, it's a different AI site. ManyChat. 11 Labs, we're giving education. We're giving a how-to, right? This is pretty much under the educational tab. This builds trust and generates leads. These are what we call leads. So that right there is an example of a trust post, right? Now, a high lead post where we're trying to get a lot of people who are to become leads, we would do a CTA post. For example, like this or like this, got 51 leads. As you can tell, it's a quick post that's meant to get leads fast, right? Like comment a keyword or DM me a keyword. And then there's attention posts, which would be like quotes. For example, something like this. Well, that's a CTA post, my bad. Would be a quote like, this is a quote, for example, right? Just a quote. Or this. Or here's another quote. So those are just meant for attention, okay? This is kind of a new page, but as you can see, even in the first few weeks, it's already getting leads, it's already getting attention, it's already averaging like 2,000 to 3,000 per post, and it's because they're following the formula, right? Attention posts, lead flow posts, and then trust posts, okay? And we've seen this work very well for so many of our students that I want to show you right now. Like this student, just literally 10 minutes ago, making $112, all profit. This student, $925, first week of June in profit with digital products. He made $600 in 2 hours, okay? There's another $112 in profit, another $112 profit, $150, $112 in profit. And again, the good part is it's all profit. There's no shipping, there's no ads. It's all digital products, okay? So we've seen some pretty amazing results. And it really just comes down to a couple things, guys, right? It comes down to a good niche, the right offer, a clean website, and then making the right content that builds trust, gets attention, it gets leads. And that's pretty much it, guys. So if you're serious about making an income with digital products, even just a side income, you want to make an extra 500, 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 a month, you're willing to put in a couple hours per day, you want to learn our system more in depth, this is like a 14-minute video. Obviously, we go way more in depth in our program. We have 50 course videos. We go really into, we have classes, we have texting support, we give you a product, so it goes way more in depth. But if you enjoyed this 14-minute video, you got some value, you want to learn directly from me in our program, go to my Instagram, TheBrendanStein, DM me the word bank. I will get you the details, I'll help you out, and will help you make an income doing this.